All right, so have you been in this place of I overreacted or I showed up in a way that I didn't want to show up? That was not very conscious of me. But then you're like, well, the moment's gone. And the next time you end up doing the exact same thing. And how do we get out of these patterns? How do we get out of this reactivity and instead go to response? How do we respond to life rather than react? Because this is what living consciously is all about. And from that place of bringing things to awareness, living consciously, we're able to lead a soul-led life. When we're not acting on our impulses, when it's not our ego that's in control of our lives, but our soul is, our calling is, our intuition is. So how do we dive into that? Let's go. This video was inspired by work that I had with several of my clients, and they were there, learning all these tools and all these techniques and how to be present, how to not react, but respond, how to bring awareness, how to, not there in the moment doing this deep inner work with like, let's see, why am I triggered? Did this originate in my childhood? None of that. But simply coming into even presence, how would I want that situation to go? And instead they didn't. And this is the tool that I'm sharing with you today, such a powerful one because it trains your mind to think in a different way. It trains your mind to not go by its default. Okay? So what is that? You would think that if you overreacted, if you had an explosion, if you had a roar, if you got upset, then that's it. The moment's done. Okay, well, I feel like shit, or oh well, the person had it coming, or I'm sure it all worked out for the best. All of those things. Great. However, what if we take a more proactive role in our lives? And even though the incident passed, even though you may not have a time machine, going into at the end of your day, and one of the practices that I have in the Powerful Self membership is actually the cord cutting practice at the end of the day, because you want to clear those energetics. Because so many people, actually the reason that I created this, because so many people, they're like, oh my god, I'm working and I have, or family life, or just a lot of things needing my attention, and I carry that with me into my night, and then I can't sleep well, or I wake up and thinking about it first thing. So that's why I created that cord cutting meditation, and there's a link below if if the membership resonates with you, if you want to go deeper into this work on like consistent basis and have that accountability and have those resources to support you. It's right there below. And so I created that practice. But on top of that, what is really important to do is tune into your day and really just have like a quick scan, like an assessment of your day. What are those places that are still triggering? Like there's still energy lingering there. And what you want to do with those scenes, right? Because again, really important, the past is created from the present moment. You and another family member, 5 family members, may have experienced the same occurrence. All 6 people involved would remember it completely differently, okay? Because your past is created from the present moment. This is really important to remember. So understanding, creating that distance between yourself and that which happened earlier in your day, understanding that at this point it's just a story. At this point, it's just an interpretation, okay? And just having like a scan. And some of those places that are energetically triggering, that are energetically rich and abundant, you want to re-script them. How would you want the situation to go? If you were in your best self, let's say you showed up as not your best self at all. If you were as to show up during that moment as your most powerful self, what would that look like? Maybe as your wisest self, maybe as your most compassionate self. So depending on what is that role that you would want to play, what is that quality that is more in alignment with your soul, that is more in alignment with your higher self, that you would want to embody. How would that situation look like from that perspective? And so some of you would go, well, there's no point, because again, no time machine, doesn't really matter. But what you're doing there is you're creating another opportunity. As you're standing there, taking that time, right, in the evening, you're there, sitting, standing, whatever, laying down, you're replaying that moment like, oh, There is a different possibility. I'm opening a door to something new. I'm opening a door for next time if I have a particular trigger that is like that, or if this particular emotion gets triggered, I don't have to respond like that anymore. There's another opportunity, and now I get to choose and actually feeling how playing that out feels like, right? Let's say you reacted. And instead it's like, okay, well, my more patient self would ask follow-up questions, or that part, a more wise version of me wouldn't make it about me. Okay, what would that situation likely play out like? What would it be like if you showed up in a different way? So feeling that, seeing that, hearing that, visualizing that creates a doorway for next time. All right? And going through your day, several occurrences, completely fine, just re-scripting that, and this doesn't have to take a long time. And you will see that as you begin to do this, first of all, it releases the energy. This does several things. First of all, it releases the energy from your day. It creates a new pathway for next time. And this is a great thing to do right before the cord cutting practice, where you're really just tuning into your energy field. And you're coming from that place of sovereignty, from that place of alignment. And that is how you're ending your day. So I would love to hear, where are you at with this? Do you tend to carry your day to your night and then to the next morning? Let me know below in the comments. And if you're new here, go ahead, subscribe and like, so I know that this resonates. And let me know below in the comments, what is it that you're going through? Because, as I'm making those videos, I want to support you where you guys are at, and it will be really helpful to me to actually have questions. What is it? Because I'm kind of basing the content on my clients' experiences, on the group calls that I have, but what is it that you need specifically? Let me know below so I can support you directly. On this note, I thank you so much for being here, and I'm wishing you a powerful day.